Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 1963. Sack to the Future is underway, and what you're seeing is the first showcase game. What is a showcase game? Well, we've kind of alluded to it in the past, where I'll be following other teams, but last night I changed my mind. So if you watch the previous games, I'm not going to follow a certain number of teams forever. I'm going to follow the highest rated team in each conference that is not human controlled for that year. So in 1963, that is the San Diego Chargers. They won the AFL championship. And in the NFL, we'll get to that well, it's the Minnesota Vikings, but they finished with a losing record because we have control of all the higher rated teams. So you're watching the first showcase game, and that is why you're seeing a bonus game featuring a semi-pro team. Here's a look at some of the Ravens. The semi-pro Baltimore Ravens. Mike Roachford is back to pass. Now this year in picking names, I'm using Wikipedia and 1963. And when I finish right now, I'm in bursts, and when I finish that, I'll go to 1963 in television and movies and blah, 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 blah. So, we have to speed slow. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't set up the... Hold on a second. Before I do that, we want to go to Settings, Visual Feedback, Player Names always on. Okay, perfect. So now we'll go to Super Sim. Speed is slow. Jump forward and end of game. And George Blair will kick it off, and the 1963 season is underway as here comes Mike Roachford out of the end zone. And he is immediately tackled. Now, the one thing about this is watching this, we're going to get to see some historic teams that aren't controlled. There is a look at quarterback Rick Rubin. Yeah, see, the depth chart I set up didn't last. Only because I set it up before. Steve McGarrett should be starting. I set it before the ratings. Rubin hands it off to Williams. And Danny Williams, Dano, gets the first down. He is up. We have no control over these games. The lineup is based on reality, what the Chargers actually did in that week. Obviously, they did not play the Baltimore Ravens. They should win. They are a higher-rated team. But we'll have to see. It is 1st and 10. And the handoff to Williams again. And Williams gets through the line, and he's got a gain of maybe 6 yards. In Week 1 in the real 1963 season, the San Diego Chargers beat the Buffalo Bills 14-10. So it is now 2nd down and 4. Buffalo will be playing the Boston Patriots, which will be controlled by Phantom Fighter. You see that score there, the Vikings and Jaguars. That'll be the other showcase game for Week 1. Rubin's going to take off running. Rubin fumble, and it is picked up by Schmidt of the Chargers. Rubin on his way down. Clean fumble. And Henry Schmidt, the 5th-year player out of USC, picks it up, and the Chargers are in action. Now, Tobin Rote is out of retirement. He last played in 1959, so he's making a Sack to the Future debut for the Green Bay Packers. Rote spent 3 years retired, and he's been brought in to help educate John Hadel. And one has to wonder how Hadel feels about this whole situation. Hadel took over as a starter in 1962 when the Chargers screwed up and accidentally waived Jack Kemp to Buffalo. Rote comes in, wins the AFL championship. And then Hadel's 1 year starting. In Kemp's 2 years, they were in the AFL title game. Hadel's 1 year, they missed the playoffs, and then Rote comes and wins the AFL title game. So one has to wonder how Hadel felt about himself after 63. Rote fakes the handoff on second down. He's throwing it over the middle. It's intercepted. It is intercepted by Joe Dumars. And the Detroit bad boy gets the ball back for the Ravens. And right off the bat, we are in for a struggle as the San Diego Chargers are going to struggle against a semi-pro team. Joe Dumars, a rookie in the semi-pro ranks. Got some ups. So we're even at turnovers now, and 6:42 to go in the first. Just a minute and 18 has gone by, and 2 turnovers have occurred. Rubin, he fakes the handoff. He's going to take off running again. After fumbling, he does hold on to the ball this time. Trying to look up a little bit about who some of these Easter eggs are. Willis Reed, Kevin Smith, Silent Bob, Gary Kasparov, and I missed the other guy. Danny Williams and John Andretti, Andy Taylor, Rory Vincent, and Chandler Bing, the receivers. Eric Rubin, of course, is a music producer. Born on March 10th, 1963. Record producer for Def Jam Records. Rubin hands it off to Danny Williams. Dano is going to be brought down after a pickup of about 7 or 8. Let's take a look at the Chargers' defensive line. Got Big Cat Ernie Ladd along with Henry Schmidt, Bob Petrick, and Earl Faison. The linebackers are Chuck Allen, Emil Karras, and Paul McGuire. And your secondary, Gary Glick and George Blair, Bud Whitehead, and Dick Harris. Gary Glick, the former Houston Oiler. Rubin hands it off to Williams. Williams is not going to get the first down as Chuck Allen is going to drive him backwards. And Bookham Dano gets stuffed for a loss, and it's 4th down and 2. And Fox Mulder will punt the ball away. It is shade to the right. And it'll go to bounds at the 16. And they're out there. There's a look at the Cleveland Browns and Philadelphia Eagles. Game's already played. There's Tobin Rote, 0 for 2, and an interception. On both the John M. and the Phantom Fighter channel, the season opened up with the defending champion Houston Oilers taking on the real-life 1963 NFL champion Chicago Bears. Then the Terrors 89 channels had 2 games already. The Cleveland Browns are taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and his new team, the Oakland Raiders, battle the semi-pro Cincinnati Bengals. The swing pass out to Paul Lowe, and Lowe catches the ball and goes out of bounds. So, first completion for Rote in the AFL, it's a loss of 1. That Miami Dolphins-Houston Texans game it's going to end in a 0-0 tie, because all games that we edit do until the end of this week is official, but those 2 teams are already semi-pro. 13 out of the 32 teams are fully edited and ready to go. It is 2nd down and 11. Rote hands off to Lowe. Lowe up the middle. He's got a huge first down. And Paul Lowe picks up 21 yards on his first carry. The 4th-year player out of Oregon State, finding a huge hole in the semi-pro defense. So, as I said, the showcase game featuring the highest-rated team that we are not controlling. I'll get into why I'm a losing team over in the NFL in just a second. As Rote throws across the middle to Jerry Robinson. Number 29, Jerry Robinson catches the ball and then takes a huge shot. All right, in the NFL, the Chicago Bears win the NFL championship. They're controlled by Phantom Fighter. The New York Giants were the NFL championship game losers. They're, of course, controlled by John M. Then you look at the records. The next best records are the Green Bay Packers at 11-2-1. They're controlled by me this year. The Cleveland Browns are 10-4, controlled by Terrors 89. Rote back to pass. Incomplete, nobody there. The Baltimore Colts are 8-6. They're controlled by me. The Pittsburgh Steelers are, well, they're an AFC team, so let's skip them. The Detroit Lions are 5-8-1. They're controlled by John M. And then the Minnesota Vikings at 5-8-1. So they are who I'm controlling this year. The other choices are the Washington Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles. So there's really only 3 choices from 63 to 65. So Tobin Rote back to pass. He throws across the middle. Robinson's close to the first down, but he's going to be hit and dropped for not a loss, but without making it. And that'll bring up 4th down and 1, and Paul McGuire, as Virgil Tibbs makes the tackle, Paul McGuire will have to come on and punt the ball away back to Baltimore. We watched a lot of San Diego on bonus games last year. They surprised the league by making the playoffs. McGuire gets the punt off. He's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say in the end zone. It's a touchback. Huge booming punt. 35 on the net for McGuire. And Rick Rubin will come back on the field. First down and 10 from the 20. New in 1963, all users are going to be controlling 4 teams apiece. Rubin hands off to Williams. Williams has got wide. He's going to pick up about 2. On the John M. channel, you've got your New York Giants and Houston Oilers as always. Joining him will be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Detroit is a temporary team only until the New Orleans Saints come in the league. Of course, the Houston Oilers are technically a temporary team too until the Houston Texans come in the league, but you know, that's over 50 or 40 years. Rubin fakes the handoff to Williams. He's being chased. He throws it. It is caught by Rory Vincent. And my 6-year-old daughter makes the first down. $16-yard reception. On my channel, I've got the Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Colts. Joining me this year will be the Green Bay Packers and a temporary team of the St. Louis Cardinals. I will be moving them in 64 to St. Louis. I'm working on moving the Chargers this year back to San Diego. Chuck Allen breaks up the pass attempt. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. You see the Browns have taken a 7-0 lead on the Eagles. Rubin hands it off to Williams, and he is hit immediately, and it's going to lose 1. Earl Faison with a hell of a shot, knocking down Dano. He booked him all right. Bam! Stood him right up. Big Cat was getting pummeled, though. For the Phantom Fighter channel, the Chicago Bears and Denver Broncos, as always, joining him this year, the San Francisco 49ers, and temporarily the Boston Patriots. The pass is complete to Andy Taylor. Taylor picks up a couple. It'll be 4th down and 9. And finally, the Terrors 89 channel. He's got the Browns, he's got the Cowboys, picked up the Raiders, and he picked up he had the Rams last year too, so he just picked up the Raiders this year. Tomorrow night on both the Phantom Fighter and the John M. channels, we should see a heck of a showdown between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fox Mulder getting his 2nd punt away. The fair catch is called for. It's going to bounce. It's going to hit at the 1. It's going to roll dead right there at the 1-yard line. So the San Diego Chargers are going to have to go 99 yards off a hell of a punt from Fox Mulder. He scullied it down to the 1. Tobin Rote under center. He hands off to Paul Lowe. Lowe's going to pick up 4 yards. Nice run by Lowe. It is 2nd down and 6 now. Rote back to pass this. Fumble recovered in the end zone. Touchdown Baltimore. Tobin Rote went to pass. The ball was knocked up in the air. And the big boss man, Ray Traylor, comes down with the interception in the end zone. And it is a touchdown. Shocking turn of events as Joe Lewis with the knockout shot on Tobin Rote. And it is 6 points for the Ravens. And there's the extra point. And James Trevette hits the extra point. It's 7-0 Ravens. Bad news for the Chargers. Not coming to play on this showcase game in week 1. Now, obviously, when the showcase teams are playing against like the Raiders or the Broncos or whatever, I won't be involved in that broadcast. Keith Lincoln brings it from the 5. Makes one man miss, and he's out to the 28-yard line. 23 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Rote, who turned the ball over for a second time. Maybe the switch to Rote. Maybe the rust of spending 3 years at home. Just too much for this veteran of the Packers. Rote hands it off to Paul Lowe. Paul Lowe can't get past the first man. Virgil Tibbs with a shot, knocking down Lowe. And all of a sudden, the Baltimore Ravens are they're acting like it's the 2000 season, and they're real. We'll see. Paul Lowe gets the handoff. He gets by the first man. Lowe is up, picking up the first down. Nope, 3rd and inches. Hey, Terrors, welcome. As I've been explaining what the deal is with the showcase game, we're going to be showcasing the highest finished team that we're not controlling for each conference on my channel. This year it's the San Diego Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. It'll be 3rd down and inches as we take a look at Magnum PI coming up, looking maybe to make a blitz. Who knows? Thomas Magnum. Rote fakes the handoff. It's out to Lowe. And Ray Traylor, the big boss man who had the touchdown just a few minutes ago, comes up with a huge shot. And that is the end of the first quarter with the Baltimore Ravens on the strength of a defensive touchdown, shocking the San Diego Chargers. 7th. Here's a look right here at the touchdown as Joe Lewis hits it and the big boss man recovers it. You hungry? Grab a Snickers. I'm not, so I won't. 4th down and 5 as Paul McGuire gets set to punt. And punt is away. And the punt is out of bounds. And the Ravens will take over at the 14-yard line. There's a look at Rick Rubin, producing himself a win at this point. Although he's not doing much on his own. He's fumbled the ball once. Weird formation out of the Ravens. Rubin hands off to Dano Williams, and he is up to the 16. It's 2 yards. Second down and 8 now for Rubin as he sends Antonio Inoki in motion. Rubin hands it off to Dano, and he's booked. This time it's big number 85, Henry Schmidt, on the tackle. Oh, Bob Petrick, the rookie. Sorry, the rookie, Bob Petrick, on the tackle. Rubin back to pass. Throws it across his body. And the pass is up for grabs and it's knocked down, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Fourth down and 9 for the Ravens. Mulder gets the punt off. Long punt. It's going to be taken by Lincoln at the 30. Hanley gets up to the 38. at some point, Tobin Rote's got to shake off the 3 years of rust and send that ball to Lance Allworth. He has yet to complete a pass to Allworth. Of course, Don Norton is out injured, had his preseason injury. We left injuries on for the preseason accidentally, and there are several guys suffering. Rote hands off the low, big hole, and for some reason he decides to make a move. Sounds good. Also, there's a trade involved that needs to be done involving the Cowboys. You got to send Mike Dowdell to the 49ers, and in exchange for Jimmy Ridlin, the cornerback. So on 2nd down and 5, Rote back to pass. He throws it out into the flat. Bob Kosarek gets the first down, and the Chargers are into Baltimore territory. First down and 10 for the Chargers. They finally got into opponent's territory. Low, up the middle, huge hole. Again, stopping to make a move. The computer sometimes just does not make any sense. He had a huge hole and does not continue on to get more yards. So it is 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line as Rote is in the shotgun. He fakes the handoff to Williams, and Williams is standing right underneath him. But Rote is able to complete the pass to Allworth down to the 6-yard line, and for Lance Allworth, you'll notice something different about him this year. He is in the famous number 19 that he made him a star as he's ditched his rookie number 24. And he will wear 19 for the rest of his career with San Diego and Dallas. I bet terrorists can't wait for him to show up in Dallas. Excuse me. Rote back to pass on 1st and goal. He's got time, throws in the end zone. Jerry Robinson, touchdown, San Diego. And just like that, the Chargers wake up and drive down the field for the touchdown to potentially tie this game up. Don Norton's not out there. Doesn't matter. Robinson is just as good as he'll ever be. Well, as good as he is this year anyway, with Norton injured. So after that drive, the game is tied. 5 plays, 61 yards, a minute 46, and we have 5 minutes to go before halftime. As Blair sends a kickoff, it is taken by Mike Rochford at the 4. Makes a couple moves. He gets out to the 25-yard line. He did not get to the 25. No way he got to the 25. Well, Rochford is holding his head. They gave him a favorable spot. And Rick Rubin take over from there. Rubin fakes the handoff. He's scrambling around. He's being blitzed. He's going to get hit and dropped. And he is going to lose 7 yards on the play as Paul McGuire runs in and takes down the rookie quarterback. It'll be 2nd down and 17. For the Baltimore Ravens, semi-pro team. Rubin back to pass. Steps up. Throws it into the flat to Williams. Williams runs over the first guy. And we got an injury, and that is the first guy that got bowled over. He's holding his shoulder. That's not a good sign. It is number 20. I can't quite. 25. 25 for San Diego is Dick Westmoreland, the rookie out of North Carolina A&T. In his first AFL game. He's on his feet, so that might be good. It is 3rd down and 10 after that play, though. Rubin back to pass. Scrambling out. Across his body. Diving catch! Chandler Bing! Well, what do you know about that? He just dove out and got the ball. Chandler Bing. It's nice for Rubin to have friends, that's for sure. There was a collision amongst the Chargers as well. Bing holds on. And it is a 1st down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Dano tries to make a move, but it was way too early. And Chuck Allen comes up and knocks him down. Dano has 9 rushes for 22 yards. So it is 2nd and 12. The Chargers are supposed to be the best team in the AFL in 63. We'll see how the ratings hold up. Throwing across his body and just barely overthrown. Of course, it's something that the computer can do in Madden. You can throw across your body and get a huge completion. Bud Whitehead on the coverage. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Rubin back to pass. He's got the blitz coming. He's not going to get away. He is brought down and sacked. Paul McGuire with his 2nd sack of the game. Huge blitz. Just had much more speed than Rubin ever dreamed he could have. And McGuire produced a sack. Yes, I'm going to use the same tired jokes. I always do. It is 4th down and 19 as Mulder gets the punt off. X marks the spot, but it goes into the end zone. File that one away under X for Fox Mulder. So, Jerry Robinson had 3 receptions, 2 of them on the last drive, including the touchdown pass from Tobin Rote. Okay. That's interesting to know. Interesting to know. I just saw something on an alternate YouTube account that I have. Apparently, one of my nieces got a hold of my phone, my old phone, my son's phone, and is posting videos to YouTube using my name. So sorry, I was a little distracted there. I was trying to figure out why. It's not this YouTube channel, so you're not going to find it if you search through it. But yeah, I'm going to have a little chat with my son about giving his phone out and my niece. Anyway, 3rd down and 3. Rote back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Caught by Lance Allworth, and we got a 1st down. This is the 4th game of week 1. There is potential for each week to have up to 18 games. But with so many teams, like there's 2 games between John M. and Phantom Fighter. There's a game between myself and Tears 89. There's a game between myself and Phantom Fighter. And there's a game where 2 of my teams are playing each other. So it won't be 18. Actually, it can't be 18 because, I mean, there's only a maximum 16 games per week to be played. But So I should say 16. There's a flag down as Rote has time. He throws his complete to Kosarek, but this is most likely going to be holding.
Offense.
So 1st and 20 after the holding penalty as Rote's backed up to his 26. Completes this pass to Kosarek for no gain as immediately the man is there to tackle him. It'll be 2nd down and 20. So on 2nd down and 20, Rote. Back to pass. Complete to Reg Carolyn, and Carolyn's got a huge first down all the way down to the 39, and with 31 seconds to go in a half, San Diego calls their first timeout. Rote throws it out in the flat. Kosarek gets the reception. Joe Dumars makes the immediate tackle. Inbounds, only a 5-yard gain. It's a 2nd timeout for the Chargers. Rote back to pass. He's pressured. He throws it to Lowe. The pass is complete for a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Just a little bit of a wild pass there from Rote. Rote back to pass, throws it over the middle, complete to Kosarek. And Kosarek's got the first down to the 13, and with 16 seconds to go, San Diego calls their final timeout. They've got time for maybe 1 or 2 plays to go toward the end zone, but if they're tackled inbounds, they cannot stop the clock again. Rote back to pass. He's pressured. Somebody had a hand on him, and Ray Traylor, the big boss man, brings him down. And there's 8 seconds. 7, 6. San Diego's not going to get back in time to spike this ball, are they? 3, 2, 1. Oh, and with 2 seconds left, Rote is able to spike it. And that should send George Blair on the field to attempt a field goal. George Blair will attempt a 34-yard field goal to try to put the Chargers up at half in this struggle of a Week 1 game. And the kick is up, and it's good. And as we reach the end of the first half, the San Diego Chargers lead the semi-pro Baltimore Ravens 10-7. Ray Traylor having himself a hell of a ball game for the Ravens. The rookie out of Cobb County, Georgia. There's the kickoff into the end zone. Jerry Robinson's going to bring it out. Robinson will have the touchdown. He only gets to the 20 before he is just demolished. 21-yard line. And that's where San Diego will start, at the 21. They could have stayed in the end zone and got to the 25 based on 2018 rules. But hey, the computer does what the computer does. So it is 1st and 10 for Tobin Rote. Bit of a rough start. Had the interception early on, and then the fumble in the end zone, which led to Baltimore's touchdown. He came back, got a touchdown. Fakes the handoff to Daniel Williams. Throws it deep downfield. He's got a wide open diving Jerry Robinson. He's down to the 45-yard line and a first down for the San Diego Chargers. Trying to do the math real quick in my head. 29 and 5. 34-yard gain. As Robinson lays out and secures the catch. first and 10. Rote hands it off to Paul Lowe. Lowe with a huge first down. Makes a man miss, but does not get any extra yards as he kind of just can't get moving again. And Virgil Tibbs on the tackle. He had a nice move to make the first man miss, but then Tibbs hits him from behind. Oh, well, there's a game on Tears. If you're hearing me, if you follow channel JREDWINE, J Redwine 12, he posted a game earlier today, 1987, Week 13, Patriots and Broncos. It's the Tom Ramsey game, the other number 12 for the Patriots, who was named Tom. Tom Ramsey started at quarterback. Rote hands off to Lowe. First down. Lowe gets to the 30 before being run over, and he's got 68 yards so far. And a first down and 10. Rote hands it off to Lincoln. Lincoln this time gets the first down. It's a heck of a 1-2 punch between Paul Lowe and Keith Lincoln. One of the reasons why San Diego went 11-2. Let me double check that. 11-3 and won the West Division and then won the AFL title game. Hand off to Lincoln. Lincoln gets by 1. He's going to get up and get 2 yards. He's got 2 carries for 5 yards so far. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. And we got a penalty flag. Encroachment on the Ravens. That'll bring up a first down. 5 yards, right? No, they're going to say 3rd and inches. Okay. 3rd and inches still. Bad move by the Ravens. That's Ray Traylor, the big boss man, getting that lean in there. The former prison guard getting offsides. Low. Does he get it? The measurement says it's good. 1st and 10 for the San Diego Chargers. San Diego Superchargers. So I went through last night and tried to figure out who would be the showcase teams because, you know, obviously the teams we're controlling we're controlling them. So there's some interesting teams. San Diego appears quite a bit in the 60s and then the late 70s and early 80s. The Vikings. So you're going to see a lot of the Vikings throughout the 60s and 70s. Low. And then, of course, the Eagles a lot in the early 2000s. Which I'm sure Terrors is just looking forward to greatly. Because he loves the Eagles and their fans. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to learn sarcasm. So on 2nd down and 1, the handoff to Lincoln. Lincoln's got the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7. First and goal from the 7. Hey, the Jackie Gleason interview from the 70s up on YouTube. That should be a good listen. Rote back to pass. Lincoln takes the handoff. I'm sorry. He picks up a yard. Ladies and gentlemen, that of course is the opinion of Terrors 89 and not the opinion of Eagles fans. I almost said of the rest of us, but we don't have any Eagles fans in the group, so yeah. Not saying I agree, but I'm not saying I disagree. Pass over the middle to Lincoln. He's going to pick up 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 4. So as you're doing the 49ers, you'll notice you're doing a 13-year vet, Leo Namaleni, as he once again retired 2 years in a row. But this is his last year in the league, so. And I assume when you get, especially positions like defensive lineman, offensive lineman, can you imagine how many times Jackie Slater's going to retire on us? Rote back to pass. He steps up. Oh, it's wide open. He's just got to run. Touchdown! After 3 years on the sidelines, Tobin Rote gets a touchdown run in his first game back, and San Diego has taken major control of this game with a 4-yard run by Rote. And that's all she wrote on that drive. That's the touchdown. Tobin into the end zone. And Blair with the extra point out of Hadel's hold. It is 17-7 San Diego. Blair's kickoff. Taken at the 2 by Rochford. Rochford up to the 30, 31, where he'll be brought down. And Baltimore will try to get something going now. Rubin changing the play. Hand it off to Dano. Dano's got 4 yards on the carry. Second down and 6. Rubin back to pass. Oh, a diving catch by Antonio Inoki, and the former WWF World Champion gets the first down. That's his first reception, 12 yards for a title reign that the WWE does not recognize. Only when it matters to them do they recognize it. Williams on the carry. Oh, he's just hit hard. Does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Big cat, Ernie Miller, and looks like 76 is the rookie making the shot. And it'll be second down and 10. Rubin back to pass. And complete. Throws it low at the feet of his intended receiver. That's an interesting video. WatchMojo.com put out a video. The 10 best chicken chains in the world. I wonder where they'll rank Chick-fil-A. Pass is incomplete. It was intended for my 6-year-old daughter, but she dropped the ball. So, 4th down and 10, and Fox Mulder will come on to punt. It's a punt off to the right. Fair catch is called. It's going to bounce at the 5 and go into the end zone. So the Chargers, leading by 10 after the disastrous first quarter, have turned it around, and they'll take over. Lowe gets the handoff. He's going to lose a yard, and he is injured. Paul Lowe is injured, so Keith Lincoln is going to have to step up now. Thomas Magnum on the tackle. Lowe's not getting up. It'll be interesting to see what the deal is. They already are down Don Norton before the game even started. Lowe is injured. Keith Lincoln is his replacement. Which that means Jerry McDougal is in at fullback. There's a pass complete out to McKinnon. I'm sorry, Gerald McKinnon. And he catches the pass on his first play. Third down and 5. And the big boss man with another big play. That's his second, or 1.5 sacks. Plus he had the fumble recovery in the end zone for the touchdown. And he's telling Tobin Rote, you're about to serve hard time. It'll be 4th down and 14, and Paul McGuire will have to punt. We have reached the end of the third quarter with the score San Diego 17, Baltimore Ravens 7. You're watching Sack to the Future's showcase game for week 1, the San Diego Chargers. McGuire gets the punt away. It goes out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Looking down at the Eagles and Browns game, which you can see on the Terrors 89 channel. The Browns have just taken a lead, 30-25. It was a good back-and-forth game through the first 3 quarters. If you want to find out what happened in the fourth, tune in to the Terrors 89 channel or find the playlist 1963 Sack to the Future through my channel. Rubin back to pass, throws it up for grabs, and Rory Vincent makes a catch. First down for the Ravens. It's first down and 10 at the at their own 46. They've yet to do anything offensively. Rubin back to pass. He is hit and dropped in the backfield. That'll be a sack by Henry Schmidt. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Still to come in week 1 on the VinnyXWolf channel. You're going to see the other showcase game of the Minnesota Vikings taking on semi-pro Jacksonville Jaguars, the best semi-pro team in 1962. Rubin turns around and sees a menacing figure of Big Cat in his face as he gets the ball away, out of bounds. My Baltimore Colts take on my Green Bay Packers in another game that will be simmed. As the Buffalo Bills, I'll take on Phantom Fighter and the Boston Patriots. And as the St. Louis Cardinals, I'll take on Terrors 89 and the Dallas Cowboys. That's still to come on my channel. Game times are to be announced. Rubin hit as he throws, Andretti, rookie. Oh, look at that burst of speed. It's like he put the pedal to the metal, and he gets the first down. And Rubin's now over 100 yards passing. And Big Cat's none too happy about that. He hit Rick Rubin as he threw the ball, but Mario Andretti just all of a sudden just hits the gas pedal, gets burst of speed. And before, oh no, Big Cat tackled him, so it wasn't Cat that hit him, but Big Cat. Look at Big Cat all the way down the field. 6 foot 8 inches tall. Sorry, 6 foot 9 inches tall, all the way down the field making the tackle. Other games still to come on the Terrors 89 channel. He's already shown you 2 of his games. I mentioned the Cowboys will be taking on the Cardinals on a dual channel game, but also the Los Angeles Rams taking on the newly christened New York Jets later in the week. On the Phantom Fighter channel, I mentioned earlier in the game, the Denver Broncos will be taking on John M. and the Pittsburgh Steelers. His Boston Patriots will be taking on me and the Buffalo Bills. Also the San Francisco 49ers, that's the game we're prepping as we speak, will be taking on the Washington Redskins. And finally the John M. channel. He's got 3 games coming your way still to come. He's got the New York Giants taking on the Seattle, the Detroit Lions are taking on the Seattle Seahawks, I believe, for him. He's got the game against the Broncos with the Steelers. And the Giants are playing, I'll have to look. That pass is complete to Inoki. And it is 3rd down and 8 for the Ravens. 5:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Ravens trailing by 10. Rubin back to pass. He's got time. He scrambles out to the right. He's being chased now. Throws it back across his body, and it is just knocked down. Rubin is 8 of 16, 107 yards, and it is now fourth down. And they will go for a field goal as, I don't know who the kicker, James Trevette will line up for a 47-yard field goal kick on grass. Oh, I have nightmares of 47 on grass. Kinnear with a hold, and the kick is good! Well, I guess he's better than Scott Norwood. He makes the kick, and it's now 17-10. The Giants are playing the Seahawks, so who the hell are the Lions playing? Who the hell are the Lions playing? In real life, changes made between 62 and 63. Sonny Warblin has purchased the New York Titans franchise and renamed them the New York Jets. Lamar Hunt packed up his Dallas Texans after winning... Oh, no, that's the Rams. After winning the AFL title and moved them to Kansas City to become the Chiefs. Uniform changes in 63. The Pittsburgh Steelers have gotten rid of the gold helmets. They put on the black helmets in 63. The Oakland Raiders also getting rid of their black and gold for silver and black in 63. So they'll actually be in the proper uniforms this year. Tobin Rote back to pass is complete to Kosarek, and Kosarek's going to pick up 9 yards. It'll be second down and 2 from the 31. Bobby Lane is retired from the Steelers, so Ed Brown takes over at quarterback for them. Trying to think of other quarterback changes. Wyatt Tittle still in New York. Billy Wade still in Chicago. Tobin Rote back to pass. He's going to throw, sets up and throws. It's caught by Robinson. First down toward the Chargers. And now another injury. It's off ball, so don't know who it is. We have not seen Paul Lowe back on the field since the injury. Keith Lincoln's been in. So it'll be interesting to see how long he's out. Rote back to pass. It is caught by McKinnon, but out of bounds. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Rote to throw. And he misjudges his intended receiver. And Tobin Rote is 17 of 22, 189 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Third down and 10 now. Some big names. The 49ers have some interesting cuts this year, or didn't bring back to camp. Guys that would continue to play on for other teams in 64, but you'll not see on regular teams in 63. They include quarterback, halfback Bill Kilmer as Kozarek gets the first down. Left guard John Wittenborn, he'll actually return in 64 with the Houston Oilers. Quarterback Jerry Mertens will come back to the 49ers. So interesting cuts the 49ers made in 63, and one wonders why they went from a playoff potential team in the West to 2-12. Also, the injury to John Brody didn't help either, but they didn't have Bill Kilmer backing them up. They had Bob Waters, so... And Sam Echeverria apparently was in camp, but did not make the team. Rote, back to pass. Throws it over the middle, it's caught. Allworth, first down. First and goal at the 6. 4:13 to go in the game as San Diego tries to put the finishing touches on these semi-pro Baltimore Ravens. Rote hands the ball off to Lincoln. Lincoln gets hit right away, but he is able to drive forward, pick up a yard, and it's second and goal now from the 5. Johnny Depp on the tackle. Rote hands it off to Kinderman. Keith Kinderman, a rookie out of Iowa, getting his first AFL carry. with the injury to Paul Lowe, you're going to see some of that stuff. 3rd down and goal from the 2 as Kinderman takes it 3 yards. Hand off to Kinderman again. He breaks the tackle, but this time the big boss man is there to bring him down. And the rookie now has 2 carries for no yards. As he loses 3, it'll be 4th down and goal. And George Blair will come on to attempt a 22-yard field goal. And we've reached the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore as the San Diego Chargers lead the Baltimore Ravens, the Baltimore Semi-Pros, 17-10. Blair's kick is extra point, or his field goal is good from 22, and it's now 20-10, San Diego. With 1:57 to go, Blair will kick it off. It's taken to the goal line by Roachford, and he's out to the 24, 25. Again, that's a favorable spot for the return. I didn't see him hit the 25, but what do I know? I'm not a computer referee. Chargers showing blitz. Rubin back to pass. Throws it out to Daniel Williams. He picks up 5, 6. And the Ravens are going to go into no huddle. 2nd down and 4. Rubin back to pass. Looking, spins around and the ball's knocked down by Big Cat Ernie Ladd. Third down and 4. So the Chargers had a couple injuries as Westmoreland went out early on. And then Paul Lowe. Because they are going to win the AFL Championship. But that pass is wildly incomplete. It's going to be a long road to hoe for the Chargers. Plus not only that, but they got to play the Raiders twice. They got to play the Broncos twice. I think this season, I'm not sure. It looks, yeah, no, they won their. They finished 2nd in the division, so they're playing the AFC North. Apparently, that means matchups with the Steelers and the Browns. It ain't going to be easy, but we will showcase them whether they win it or not. You'll get to see them right here on the VinnyXWolf channel. Rick Rubin scrambling around on 1st and 10. We're under 1:10 to go now as he gets up to the 46-yard line before being knocked out of bounds. Big Cat Ernie Ladd, once again, they're on the chase. And the Raiders have scored again. You can see that game on the Terrors 89 channel. Rubin back to pass. Oh, and he is just knocked down. Rubin runs right into the blitz. 3rd down, 11. That is the 4th Charger sack of the game. Rubin back to pass. He throws it. It's intercepted by Dick Harris. And Harris has got a head of steam. He's going to get up to the 40. Number 36, Dick Harris, in his 4th year out of McNeese State. And that is the 3rd Ravens turnover. And a 1st down and 10 for Tobin Rote and the Chargers. Leading by 10. There's the handoff to Lincoln. Lincoln's going to get ahead for 3. And the Ravens will call another timeout. It's 2nd down and 6. 4-yard gain officially. We are after midnight here on the East Coast. If you're watching, thank you for joining us. Keith Lincoln stumbles ahead, gets the 1st down and 7-yard pickup, and that'll be the Ravens' final timeout. So now the Chargers, what they ought to do is just kneel it down twice and get out of here with the victory in Week 1. What are they going to do? And just a kneel from Rote. The clock will run. It'll be 2nd down 11. One more time and the game will be finished. Well, thanks for watching. If you stuck with it the whole day, okay, the 49ers are dressed, just waiting to be rated. The Redskins I will edit tomorrow, so that 49ers-Redskins game will be ready soon. Tomorrow night on the Phantom Fighter and John M channels, the Broncos and Steelers. The other games are to be announced, to be determined. We are doing the 1 o'clock games currently. Thanks for joining us here on the VinnyXWolf channel. The very first showcase game. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a San Diego Charger fan, I hope you stick around for 63 and watch to see what Tobin wrote and Keith Lincoln and Paul Lowe can do. I'm going to real quick after the highlights here go check the injury report before I end my broadcast to let you know how Dick Westmoreland and Paul Lowe fared. Here's some highlights. There's a deep pass down to Kosarek for a first down. There's a diving catch made by Robinson. Tobin Rote getting his first touchdown in the AFL. He had one passing, one rushing. After 3 years on the sidelines, he comes in to San Diego and gets the win. Here's the bad play, though. Joe Lewis knocks the ball loose, and Ray Traylor recovers it in the end zone for the touchdown. Baltimore's only touchdown. San Diego wins 20-10. And they win on the rushing and passing yards. They even in turnovers. San Diego's 1-0 in their march toward trying to match reality. Thanks for... Oh, wait, let me go real quick. Check the injury reports before I sign off. Alright, continue. One new injury, so only one guy is going to be... Let's see, well, Don Norton, he was out. He's got 2 weeks. Ernie Wright, so he's had a pulled groin. That was an off-ball injury. We didn't see that one. 5 weeks for the left tackle. So it looks like Paul Lowe and Dick Westmoreland will be back in week 2. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent. And you're not.